Hey, I'm over here at Best Buy looking at a color printer, and I ran into a subscriber. This is
Yep.
Pete. How you
Hi,
doing?
hi there, Dave.
How you doing?
Oh,
Thanks for.
I'm doing great. It's good to finally meet you in person.
It's my pleasure. Thanks.
And it turns out we're neighbors. So
Yeah, we both. I have an office in Summerlin, and you live in Summerlin as well. So you're a subscriber?
I'm a subscriber. I've always been interested in visiting cemeteries, and I watch you all the time. So it's never thought I'd meet you in person this quickly, but I'm excited. It's really
my
nice.
pleasure. Yeah. So how long you been following the channel?
Oh, I'd say at least 6 months. At least
Cool.
6 months,
Cool.
and especially when you go out of state and everything.
Yeah,
It's because you've been all over, so it's like I'm walking in the cemetery with you.
Oh, very nice.
So it's really
Very
nice.
That's really cool. I'm
Yeah.
glad you recognized me and approached me. And
And I've been mentioned to a few people. I said oh, one of these days I'm gonna contact Diamond Dave, and then all of a sudden,
Nice.
here we meet in person.
that's
So it's
great.
nice.
So you recognized me.
I recognized you, yeah. Surprisingly, we're not meeting in the cemetery.
Yeah, that's where I meet a lot of people at cemetery.
But fortunately, we're both above ground, so
yes,
that's a good sign.
So far, so good. So we're right here in Las Vegas.
Yep.
And you live here too.
I live in Las Vegas in Summerlin.
So have you visited any famous graves here in town?
Actually, surprisingly, I haven't visited. I'd like to visit Red Fox's grave. He was a friend of mine, actually.
Oh, cool.
So that would
Cool.
be nice. And then, that's one of the things I like to go see. And then,
Excellent. Yeah, really nice to meet you, man.
nice to meet you, Dave.
All right.
Appreciate you.
Thanks for your support.
You're welcome, buddy.
All right,
You're welcome.
talk soon.
Uh-huh.
Well, that certainly was nice. We're here in Glendale, California, back at Forest Lawn Memorial Park. This location is just full of famous graves, not so famous graves. Lots of people behind the scenes as well. It's always a joy to come in here. The weather's nice. We should have a good day. Lots of hills, as you can see straight ahead. I'll get my exercise in today. All right, we pulled up at our first stop right next to the road. Will be our first famous grave, but I like to mention I'm an insurance guy. If you'll watch this video to the end, I will share an insurance tip with you that can be helpful. Beautiful sight. Ian James Campbell, he lives from August the 21st, 1931, dies March the 9th, 1963. He was a law enforcement officer who was kidnapped along with his partner, Carl Hedinger. There's a book, best-selling book that came out in 1973 called The Onion Field. Also, there's a 1979 movie which stars Ted Danson. This was his first acting role. He played Ian Campbell. I did a video about the abduction. I take you from the location where the officers were kidnapped, and I go to the location of the onion field. I take you to the exact location where the murder occurred. And I'll put that video at the end screen of this video. Now we stepped inside of the great mausoleum. This is Hubert Eaton. He's the founder of Forest Lawn. He's credited for taking cemeteries and developing them into celebrations of life, thus memorial parks. This is why today you see so many flat headstones. So if there's a flat headstone, it's a memorial park. Those of you who join me live know that I often talk about the Great Mausoleum. This is a private area. It's locked. I was lucky enough to get past the gates, and here we are. This is Joseph Barbera, beloved husband, father, grandfather, and great-grandfather. Lives from 1911, dies 2006. He's half of Hanna-Barbera. Here they are talking about the Flintstones.
Flintstones is celebrating 30 years of television. I mean, it's been a long time. How do you think it was so successful?
Well, first of all, doesn't seem like a long time when we think of it. All of a sudden, it's 30 years and we're celebrating, but we're delightful. And why is it so successful? Basically, I think a novelty look, cave people doing situation comedy, and good stories. That's what I think. And the voices.
Yeah,
right?
I was going to say, and the voices have contributed a lot to it. And I think also the gags that have been inserted into those, I'm talking now about the gimmicks, like the elephant car wash, or the elephant that they use for the shower, or the warthog underneath the sink that serves as a live garbage disposal. And then we've had introduced into it a lot of new live action personalities, like Tony Curtis.
Stony Curtis, Gary Granite, Anne Mogrock. And Anne Margaret came to the studio and sang a song to our new edition when we gave birth to a baby, which is a exciting sequence when we did that show.
Red Skelton, who could forget Freddy the Freeloader, also other characters he would play on his show. It seems like it was on Saturday nights.
Now, the first thing you do, you take a drink, and after they've had their first one, they start to get warm. Now, they wipe their face off, and when they put their handkerchiefs back, it's never in the same position, you see. Now, the next, after a couple of more drinks, they begin to itch. See? Now, when they put their hats on, they have a feeling that the wind's going to blow it away, so they put it on good. Now, their tongue starts sticking to the roof of their mouth after the next thing, you see. It's like this. Now they start to get warmer, so they throw their coats back like this, see? But they want to be neat at all times, so they button it. Now that you've fooled your friends at the party and they all think you're really loaded, you're bound to be stopped by an officer, see? And he's going to give you a test. Now, always remember, if they make you walk the line, that a fellow who's had one too many, he wants to go this way, but gravity keeps bringing him back.
Neighbor next door, Sid Grauman, he opens Chinese Theater, the Grauman Chinese Theater in 1927. This is where the Walk of Fame is, and right in front of the theater is where Hollywood people would imprint their hands and feet and sign the concrete. We have one more stop to make here at the Great Mausoleum. Man, look how beautiful this is. Check out that flooring. The columns. Columbarium of Memory. Immediately to the right, upper right, would be the resting place of Ellen Corby. She lives from 1911, dies 1999. She wins an Emmy Award playing Grandma Walton. We're back out at the ground interments. Now's a good time to subscribe. 69% of you watching right now are not subscribers. I know who you are. Hit that bell icon. Please subscribe. This is the resting place of Carol Ann Eklund, Little Sissy. She lives from May to 6, 1935. Dies November 3rd, 1939. She was a child actress. She appeared in the film with Shirley Temple, The Bluebird. Now I'm going to drag in a video clip now. I believe the child next to Shirley Temple in this clip is Carol, but leave me a note in the comments if you think it is or not.
Loon. Berry loon? Yes, the fairy berry loon. Well, it's a little dark to see clearly.
Dark? Well, it needn't be. Light up there!
It's lighted. Oh. by itself. How did you do that?
Oh, don't ask foolish questions.
But Daddy can't even do that.
Hurry now, quick! Hop into your clothes and be off. You've got to find the bluebird.
The bluebird?
Of course. The bird that is blue. The bluebird.
But why? Why must we find it?
Why? You want to be happy, don't you?
Of course. But what do I want with a bluebird?
Oh, what a stupid girl you are. Don't you know that the bluebird means happiness?
Oh, how could it?
What, didn't I say it did? Now get dressed, both of you. Or better still, I'll do it for you. Quiet now.
Well, I think that's her, but I'm not 100% sure, and I don't want to look foolish. Sadly, her dress would catch on fire from a lighted candle. She would die from her injuries. Her 5 brothers served as pallbearers. We're at the Court of Freedom. This is the famous grave of Natalie Marie Cole, the daughter of Nat King Cole. He's also interred here at Forest Lawn Glendale. She's a singer-songwriter. Her career was launched with the 1975 hit, This Will Be an Everlasting Love. Do you guys remember that song? It won her a pair of Grammys for Best New Artist and Best Female R&B Performer. She dies of heart failure on December 31st, 2015 at the age of 65. Finally, Joseph Walter Jackson has a headstone. This is the father of the Jackson 5. I've been here many times. First time I've seen his headstone. He lives from July 26, 1928, dies June the 27th, 2018. Beloved son, husband, father, grandfather, and great-grandfather, Joe Jackson. Get that finger out of the way, Dave. Usually these doors are locked, but today's my lucky day. Unlocked, so I had to get in here and make 2 stops. Have you guys heard of the Kelly Blue Book? Ransom Leslie Kelly lives from 1897, dies 1990. Gloria, I'm not sure. That's probably his wife. She dies the same year. The Kelly Blue Book is the book that he invented to determine the value of used cars. Comes in handy. Dealerships use it to this very day. We're inside the Freedom Mausoleum here at Glendale, California. So we have the Great Mausoleum and the Freedom Mausoleum. As I mentioned, Nat King Cole is interred here. Lives from 1919 until 1965.
For you, a very wonderful oldie entitled...
You know, it seems like every doctor's office I'm in, or dental office, chiropractor, it just seems I always hear a Nat King Cole song, and this is the one. The Freedom Mausoleum doesn't have much security. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen a security guard in here. However, the Great Mausoleum has lots of security and cameras, so I feel much more relaxed here. The next corridor visit. Here we go. Robert H. Bob Cobb. I love you, 1970. The inventor of the Cobb Salad. In fact, I think I'll have some for lunch today in honor of Robert H. Bob Cobb. You know, I just realized, isn't Cobb Salad pretty much whatever you can find in the refrigerator and throw it all together? My favorite is blue cheese. Got to put blue cheese right on top of that. Next famous grave is Zara Cully. She lives from January 26, 1892, dies February 28, 1978. She played Mother Jefferson in the Jeffersons, which ran from 1975 until 1978. She died at Cedar-Sinai Hospital of lung cancer. And since we're here, this is Dandridge. This is mother and daughter interred together. Both are actresses. I talked about them in another video here on my channel on another Forest Lawn Memorial Park visit here in Glendale, California. Across from where we were just at the Columbarium of Victory, at the very top, Barbara Ann Rooney, beloved wife and mother, lives from 1937 until 1966. She is Mickey Rooney's fifth wife. Down these steps is probably 10 famous grave visits we'll get, including a couple of Marx Brothers. Look for it in an upcoming video. These flowers are real. Smells like a flower shop. Insurance tip of the day. Don't park your car so close to the front door of a business. That's where all the claims occur. Park away. Walk. Don't park so close. It doesn't make sense to pay a membership at a gym so you can go and walk when you can park away and walk to the front door. Thanks for watching this one to the end. Everybody needs to be remembered, should be remembered. Happy trails, everyone. I'll catch you on the next one. Talk soon.